Zakat is often misunderstood as just charity, but it's actually a structured system, and it's designed to protect society every year. Some people give only when they feel emotional. Zakat does not depend on mood. It depends on responsibility. In this video, we break Zakat into simple steps. No complicated language. This video will provide clear explanations and practical examples. You will learn what Zakat really is. You will learn why it exists. And you will learn how to give it correctly. We'll cover 5 key points. Each point builds on the one before. And by the end, it will feel much easier. First, let's define Zakat. Zakat is an obligation for Muslims who qualify. It is not optional when the conditions are met. Zakat is not a favor to the poor. It is a duty connected to wealth. It is part of worship and responsibility. Many people confuse Zakat with Sadaqah. Sadaqah is voluntary and flexible. Zakat is calculated and guided by rules. Sadaqah can be given anytime. Zakat is usually given once a year, and that regular rhythm matters. When giving becomes a system, it becomes consistent. Consistency helps families survive difficult seasons. Consistency also strengthens communities. The word zakat is linked to purification and growth. It purifies the heart from greed, and it grows blessings beyond what you can measure. Zakat teaches that wealth is a trust. It reminds you that money is not everything, and it trains your self-control. This is why Zakat feels different spiritually. It is discipline, not impulse. It is worship, not performance. Now let's move to the second point. Why does Zakat exist in the first place? What is the purpose behind it? Zakat is not only about feeding people. It's also about fixing imbalance. It helps reduce extreme inequality. Without Zakat, wealth can get stuck at the top. The rich become richer, and the poor stay trapped. That gap creates stress and instability. Zakat pushes wealth to circulate. It reminds society that people matter more than numbers, and it reduces social tension. Zakat also protects dignity. It is meant to help people stand again. It is not meant to shame them. When hardship hits, Zakat is supposed to be a safety net. It supports people facing real struggle, and it prevents collapse. Think of Zakat like community care built into faith. It's not random help. It's organized compassion. Zakat also trains the wealthy. It teaches humility, and it breaks the illusion of total ownership. The mindset changes from my money to my responsibility. That is powerful, and it builds a more caring society. Zakat can reduce desperation. It can reduce crime driven by survival, and it can reduce hopelessness. It also builds trust inside communities. People feel less abandoned, and society becomes more stable. Now we move to the third point. Who receives Zakat, and why does eligibility matter? Many people give Zakat anywhere and assume it counts, but Zakat has specific eligible recipients. This ensures fairness and accuracy. The most common recipients are the poor and needy. These are people who cannot meet essential needs, like food, rent, and basic bills. Another major group is people overwhelmed by debt. Not luxury debt, but real debt that is crushing their life. There are also people who are stranded. They may be stuck away from home without access to money, and they need urgent help. Zakat can also support verified hardship situations. The aim is to remove real difficulty and restore stability. Zakat is not meant for every good cause. Some causes are amazing but may not qualify for Zakat. That's why understanding matters. If a cause is not Zakat eligible, it can still be supported. That support can come from Sadaqah, and that is also highly rewarded. The beauty of Zakat is targeted impact. It reaches people who qualify, and it addresses urgent need directly. Here's a real-life way to think about it. Does this help someone avoid hunger? Does this prevent eviction or medical crisis? Zakat is meant to remove hardship, not just create a moment. It should solve real problems, and it should restore dignity. You can give Zakat personally if you know someone eligible, but if you don't, use trusted channels. Choose organizations that verify recipients. A trustworthy organization should be transparent. It should explain where Zakat goes, and it should respect Zakat rules. The goal is not only relief. The goal is transformation when possible. Zakat can help people exit hardship. For example, rent support prevents eviction. Debt relief reduces long-term stress. And education support builds future stability. When Zakat is done well, it changes lives. It helps people breathe again, and it restores hope. Now we move to the fourth point. How is Zakat calculated? Let's keep it simple and practical. Zakat becomes due when you meet 2 conditions. Your Zakat-able wealth reaches a threshold. and it stays with you for about 1 lunar year. The threshold is called Nisab. Nisab serves as a minimum threshold for financial stability. It separates struggling from surplus. Nisab is linked to the value of gold or silver. That means the amount changes over time. So people should check current Nisab values. If you are below Nisab, Zakat may not be required. Zakat is not meant to crush people. It is meant to balance society. If you are above Nisab, Zakat is usually 2.5% for cash-like wealth. That number sounds small, but it is powerful. This is due to its ability to address genuine needs. Let's use a simple example. If you have $100,000 in savings, that qualifies. 2.5% is $2,500. That can cover food, rent, or medicine for someone. Zakat-able wealth often includes cash and savings. It can include gold and silver. It can include certain investments, depending on details. Business owners may include trade inventory. People may include profits and receivables in some cases. But details can vary by situation. Some things are usually not zakatable. Your personal home you live in is typically not included. Your personal car and clothes are typically not included. People also ask about debts. In many cases, debts due soon may reduce zakat calculations. But rules can vary, so guidance helps. If you feel confused, don't panic. Use a reputable zakat calculator, or ask a knowledgeable person for guidance. The goal is accuracy, not anxiety. Don't delay forever because it feels complex. Start with a clear method and stick to it yearly. Many people choose a yearly zakat date. They track savings and eligible assets. Then they calculate consistently on that date. That habit makes zakat easier every year. It becomes routine, not stressful. And routine creates real impact. Now we move to the 5th point. How do you give zakat properly? This section is about intention, dignity, and impact. First, zakat should be sincere. It should not be for attention. It should be for worship and responsibility. Giving privately can help protect your intention. It also protects the receiver's dignity, and it keeps the act pure. Second, protect the person's dignity. Never speak in a humiliating way. Never remind them of your help. Zakat is not a gift that makes you superior. It is their right within the system. You are fulfilling an obligation. Third, try to give in the correct direction. Don't guess blindly. Make sure the recipient qualifies. When donating through an organization, please ensure you verify its transparency. Do they clarify the zakat policy? Do they report distributions? Also avoid mixing zakat with non-eligible projects. Some projects are excellent, like building spaces or general community work. However, Sadaqah could potentially provide more effective support for those projects. Zakat has rules for a reason. Those rules protect fairness, and they ensure that zakat reaches real hardship. Another key idea is impact. Zakat can cover urgent needs today, but it can also build stability for tomorrow. Food support matters. Rent support matters. Medical support matters too. But if possible, aim for exit hardship. Help with education, tools, or training. Help with debt relief that frees someone. When someone escapes debt, their life changes. Acquiring new skills alters a person's future, and that is long-term impact. Zakat can also reduce hidden suffering. Many people struggle silently. Proper zakat helps them without exposing them. Another best practice is timing. Don't delay zakat after it becomes due. Pay it carefully and on time. People delay because they fear mistakes. But learning and acting is better than endless delay. You can improve accuracy each year. Let's recap what we've covered so far. Zakat is not random charity. It is a structured yearly system. Zakat purifies wealth and heart. It supports the vulnerable, and it builds balance in society. It also trains discipline and humility. It makes wealth circulate, and it protects communities from collapse. When done correctly, zakat restores dignity. It relieves hardship, and it opens pathways to stability. Now let's bring everything together in simple words. Zakat is worship with social impact. It is faith expressed through responsibility. If you are already contributing zakat, please consider selecting one area for improvement this year. Maybe calculate earlier. Maybe verify recipients more carefully. Maybe choose a more transparent distribution channel. Maybe aim for higher long-term impact. Small upgrades make a big difference over time. If you haven't had the opportunity to pay zakat before, consider starting. Learn what counts as zakatable wealth. Please review the Nisab and establish an annual date. You don't need perfection to begin. You need sincerity and effort. And you can refine your method each year. Zakat is meant to be manageable. It is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to help you grow. It also creates a shared responsibility in society. It provides strong support for those who are vulnerable, and the community becomes safer. Imagine if Zakat were practiced widely and correctly. Many families would not go hungry. Many debts would not destroy lives. Many people would not feel abandoned. Many crises would be softened, and hope would spread faster. This is why Zakat is not small. It is powerful because it repeats every year. It is steady, not temporary. If this video helped you understand Zakat, support the channel. Like the video and subscribe. It helps more people find this message. If you have questions about Zakat, comment below. Ask about calculation, eligibility, or timing. I can reply or make a follow-up video. You can also share this video with someone who needs clarity. Many people want to pay Zakat correctly. They just need a simple explanation. Remember, Zakat is not about showing off. It is about purifying wealth and protecting dignity. It is about worship and responsibility. May our giving be sincere and beneficial. May it reach the people who truly need it. And may it bring real balance to our communities.